Okay. This meeting is being held in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Annual notice of this meeting was published in the Union County Local Source. And the Star Ledger said notice was posted in the municipal building and a copy is on file with the office of the borough clerk. Fires are located in the directions I'm indicating. If you're alerted for a fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice having been given, the borough clerk is directed to include this statement in the minutes of the meeting. Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Here.
Councilman Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Rabina.
Here.
Councilman Lyons is not here yet, and Councilman Patel will not be here due to a death in the family. And Mayor Signorello.
Here. Please listen to opening prayer, followed by a pledge of allegiance.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic to which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, there are no communications for review this evening. Unfortunately, the tile guys could not make it tonight, so we'll do the proclamation another night. Meeting minutes will be carried to the regular meeting.
Can I just make a note on that?
Sure, please, yeah.
So we haven't approved meeting minutes in a little while. We're going through, obviously, a transition in the clerk's office with some staff since July. The first meeting for the new staff and myself, candidly, was the last meeting in June, which was very voluminous. All of the last 4 meetings will be on the next agenda for your approval. So I just wanted to note that for the governing body. So I apologize for the delay.
Meeting minutes will be carried to the regular meeting of October 2nd. May I have a motion that bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would you like to come up and speak on agenda items? Not interested? Beautiful. May I have a motion to close the public portion on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I guess Ken and Andrew, do you guys have anything? Okay, cool. May I have a motion to accept the reports of departments as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There are no ordinances for second reading this evening. Please read ordinance number 2829 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2829 is an ordinance amending Chapter 19, Section 10 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Public Utility Poles.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2829 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as October 2nd, 2025. Is
So moved.
Second.
there any discussion?
Yes, if I could.
Yep, please.
Just briefly, I mentioned this to Andrew, but I didn't tell him where. I just wanted to make a couple of amendments on just the numbers component on D1 and D2. I wanted to, where it said hazardous conditions,
Could you just, for me, just the page number?
I'm sorry, the page number 6.
6. Okay. D1 and D2?
Yeah, I just wanted to change that to the hours within 2 hours and the response to 12, and then for number 2, where it says 24 hours, to 48 hours. And I just
So in
want,
D1, it's 2 hours, and then you said within?
12.
12.
and then 48. And then if you go over to 7, it would just be 2 and 12. That's it. Everything else is good. E, under E.
Yep.
Just the numbers. That's it. That's all I
2,
got.
12 hours. Okay. I have that.
Okay, do I have a motion to amend?
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay. Is there any discussion?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, please call the roll.
This is a motion on the amendment. Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, none in the negative. The motion to amend is agreed.
Cool. Any further discussion as amended?
Just need to motion to introduce as amended.
Oh, do I have a motion to introduce as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Motion to introduce as amended. Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Okay. Any discussion?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Move to the next.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's introduced. Oh,
Yeah,
whoops.
that's why they don't really want to do it.
My bad.
Ordinance accomplished.
Please read ordinance 2830 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 2830 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 9, subsection 8 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Deputy Chief Administrative Officer.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2830 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as October 2nd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Okey dokey, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolution is adopted. The ordinance is introduced.
Please read ordinance 2831 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2831 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2824, fixing the salary ranges of non-union employees and officials of the Borough of Roselle Park in the County of Union, State of New Jersey.
Okay, is there any discussion?
Need a motion to introduce.
Do I have a motion to introduce?
So moved.
Second.
Why am I can't do this. Can I do all in favor?
No, you got to call.
Oh, can I call the roll?
Do I not have them on here?
You don't have the prompts. I'm like a news guy without the teleprompter right now.
Councilman
I'm Ron
Petrosky.
Burgundy.
Yes.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson, Councilman Signorello,
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative. The ordinance is introduced.
What am I on? 2832?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You're missing some prompt, dude. Please read ordinance number 2832 by title.
Ordinance 2832 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 31 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park to be entitled Community Center.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2832 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as October 2nd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Okay, please read ordinance number 2833 by title and report the findings and recommendations on the Municipal Land Use Board with respect thereto.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2833 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance adopting the 510 Chestnut Street redevelopment plan pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law, NJSA 40A:12A-1 et sec. The Municipal Land Use Board reviewed the 510 Chestnut Street redevelopment plan at its regular meeting held this month and found it to be consistent with the borough's master plan and provided no recommendations in support of its adoption.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2833 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as October 2nd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I don't want to commingle too many things, but there's a lot of misinformation out there about what's going on with this, and I think as things progress, we'll continue to provide information with regards to this project. But just as a refresher for everybody, we take a really macro level stance on this. So, state gives us affordable housing requirements. We've got to live with it. It is what it is. So we have to do development, right? If we're going to do development, we want to make sure that it's done in a smart way, in places that make sense, all these cool things, right? Again, some people don't like development. Some people love development. Me personally, I understand that we have an obligation to adhere to, right? This is even named in our affordable housing plan because we have to meet that number. This concept here sets the parameters for what can be done on that lot, 510 Chestnut Street. I'm probably using the incorrect legal terms, but just bear with me. And then there's other levels to this, right? So this is just the redevelopment plan. There's a redevelopment agreement later. I know the council has introduced some bits and pieces to redevelopment agreements where developers have to do something for the town. But beyond that, what council has advocated for and what I think makes sense on this, as we go through this process, if a project is awarded, we've talked about giving pilot monies to the Board of Ed, right?
Absolutely.
They are not a part of the existing pilots, and I've talked about on council. Councilman Johnson's advocated for this, and I'm a man of my word. As we go forward with projects, I didn't want to change the ones that existed, but as we go forward on projects, they would be cut in on future deals. And there's no better place to cut them in on a future deal than a piece of property that they actually own, should they decide to move off of it. And that is the big thing that I want to stress here. We are setting the parameters for what could be made there should the Board of Ed decide to, of their own free will and volition, find fair market value for their piece of land and move their office buildings. And I really just want to cool down the temperature on some of the rhetoric around this, because I could understand some of the hard feelings if we were turning, I don't know, Robert Gordon School into a bunch of apartment buildings. This is displacing 0 children. 0.0 children. This is office and not, Tina, you like there you go. Good. 0 children. This will displace staff, and potentially some of the themes they've talked about is moving them into a newer building, right, where new amenities could happen. So I just think some of the hand-wringing around this is harmful for the kids is just nonsense. If anything, it's putting money into our school district's pockets that they did not have before.
Absolutely.
And giving potentially the school district a nice new building to have their facilities in. So when you go yell at the superintendent, you're in a nice new office building potentially. But once again, they're under no obligation to do anything. They could sit on this and this could sit there forever, right? Totally up to the Board of Ed. But I just think the idea that anybody's doing something to harm the kids, no. As a matter of fact, if this were to go through, we'd be putting money in kids' pockets and helping fund whatever else they need to do, like making new space for pre-K as an example, like they want to do. So I think I'm just going a little bit off the rails, but I feel like it's important to start checking some of this. And if council wants to add anything, the floor is yours.
No, I think you touched bases. It's creating a revenue stream for them that never been had. So I'm in agreement with you, Mayor.
Cool. Do I have a motion? So no further discussion, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorella.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
By votes in the affirmative, Mayor, the ordinance is introduced.
Okay, all matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed. Where's my pen? From the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Please read all resolutions by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 289-25 is accepting the resignation of Andrew J. Casillas as Chief Administrative Officer. Resolution 290-25 is terminating the professional services contract with Cleary, Jacoby, Alfieri, and Jacobs LLC as 2025 Borough Attorney. Resolution 291-25 is authorizing the award of a non-fair and open professional services contract to Skorinsky and Hollenbeck, LLC, as Borough Attorney for the balance of calendar year 2025. Resolution 292-25 is appointing Rupen Shah to the position of Deputy Chief Administrative Officer. Resolution 293-25 is accepting the resignation of Zaya Angel Montijo from the Roselle Park Fire Department. Resolution 294-25 is accepting the resignation of Deborah Serafinas from the position of alternate crossing guard. Resolution 295-25 is appointing Robert A. McDermott to the position of alternate crossing guard. Resolution 296-25 is acknowledging Eric T. Kennedy's reinstatement to employment with the Borough of Roselle Park through August 8th, 2025, pursuant to the arbitrator's award in New Jersey State Board of Mediation Case Number 25-0057. Resolution 297-25 is approving the time due calculation in terms of final payment for Eric T. Kennedy. Resolution 298-25 is revising the schedule of 2025 regular meeting dates of the mayor and council. Resolution 299-25 is accepting the resignation of Ava McCool from the position of high school counselor. Resolution 300-25 is accepting the resignation of Gianna Gallows from the position of high school counselor. Resolution 301-25 is promoting college counselor Daniel Adams to the position of adult counselor without a teaching certificate. Resolution 302-25 is promoting college counselor Gianna Peterpaul to the position of adult counselor without a teaching certificate. Resolution 303-25 is promoting college counselor Olivia Ranieri to the position of adult counselor without a teaching certificate. Resolution 304-25 is authorizing an efficiency public parking markings pilot program. Resolution 305-25 is designating a conditional redeveloper for the property identified as Block 606, Lots 31 and 32 of the municipal tax map, commonly known as 129 West Westfield Avenue and 133 West Westfield Avenue, along with all pertinent streets and rights-of-way, and authorizing the execution of an interim cost agreement with respect thereto. Resolution 306-25 is amending the shared services agreement between the Borough of Roselle Park and the Borough of Kenilworth for public works services. And Resolution 30725 is authorizing a $15,000 increase to the professional services contract with Matrix New World Engineering, Land Surveying, and Landscape Architecture, PC, as licensed site remediation professional for the year 2025, reflecting a revised contract amount not to exceed $40,000.
Cool. I am pulling 28925 and 30625. We pulling anything else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
304
304?
Yeah, I was about to pull that too. Thank you.
and 305.
305, yeah. May I have a motion to approve the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt 289-25?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I was probably going to do this later in the year, and I won't get super mushy, but it does feel inappropriate to just let this go without saying anything. Andrew, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be mayor for. We'll see, based on November. But there's a decent chance that I'm not mayor going into 2026. We've done a ton in the last 7 years, and we've done a ton as mayor and council, and I'm very proud of what we've done. And I just have to say, we haven't had a borough administrator, we didn't have a borough administrator when I became mayor, and I always thought that was silly, right? Like, a professional town needs a professional day-to-day overseer. There was no other option besides you, and I don't mean that because we were bereft of options. Like, you were just the clear choice. Even though you're a Republican councilman, we'll forgive you for that. I'm just kidding. See how bipartisan I am? But what I want to say is, in all seriousness, I couldn't have done half this shit without you, man. And very sincerely, I think the Roselle Park Borough is better for everything that you've done. I know there's a lot of change over the last 7 years, but a lot of change of that has been for the good. And candidly, I look downtown and I see the budding of what can be a thriving downtown once again. Whereas when I first got elected and you first were made administrator, we had a rundown, painted purple, broken down, thing. And other than you not planting trees on time, I have very little complaints. So I just want to thank you for your service, and you will be sorely missed.
Thank you.
Mayor,
Yeah.
I'm gonna, so I was thinking, do I have to vote no or yes on this tonight? Right, so,
Just not let it happen.
Mayor, son, you said it all. And I just want to thank him from the bottom of my heart. And when he told me the other day, I was weeping. I was pretty upset. Anyway, everybody's replaceable, but you have done a great job, right? Whatever, we're all replaceable. Whatever, we're all a number here, but I got to say, the mayor said it all. You've done a great job, and somehow or another, I just hope you could change your mind. But other than that, thank you from the bottom of my heart, from my family. My son, my wife, and my family have thought a lot of what you've done for the borough of
I'll
Roselle Park.
appoint you again, bud.
But thank you.
Andrew, I just want to also say, you were just, from day one, I was just so appreciative of you, and I just appreciate you and everything that you've done, just to help me personally and just everyone here. Sorry, I get emotional, but I told my mom, she got upset too. So, but just don't be a stranger, and just we really just appreciate you. I'm sorry to see this happen, but I'm always happy for you, for your family, and just wish you the best.
Thank you.
Again, I'd like to, like you said, the mayor did the best, but I want to thank you personally.
Thank you.
You've been a big help. I've been on this for a long time, and you've been always there. Any questions I have, you always give me the answer. And I know I used to call you before every meeting to go over all the stuff on the agenda, but I do appreciate all you did. So
Thank you.
You will definitely be missed. Thank you.
Andrew, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done. I don't know who else is going to provide guidance or who else I'm going to be able to respond to that will adequately, is the best word, resolve issues that come up. And I know I could be a handful, but a lot of the work we've done still is magical. I don't care what nobody said. And quite personally, I think you're not going to be replaceable. I just wish that it's a way that we could persuade you, pay you more, do something else. And I just wanted to say thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
Jay, you good? You just want to?
No, Andrew, I'm not going to say goodbye until it's time to say goodbye.
Okay.
You're still here with us, and I'm glad you are.
Yes.
All right. All right. Call the roll.
What we supposed to say? No?
Yeah. What happens, lawyer, if we vote no? The choice is yours, counsel.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorella.
With regret, yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes affirmative. Thank you.
You all stabbed me in the back. You could have voted no.
My eagle flag.
Can I have?
That's why I
If you,
said
if you love something, let it go. Let it go, and if it loves you back, it'll come back.
don't put me back.
Can I have a motion to adopt Resolution 304-24?
So moved.
Second?
Is there any discussion?
Jay, if you had something? Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to say that I've been hearing a lot of concerns around the community, and not just only in my ward either, where people, the parking is tough, and my hopes were with this is a pilot, so it's not a permanent law. This will be like a test just to see, and the plan and my intentions with putting this type of pilot up is just, for one, I shouldn't even be saying this, but I was driving down the street and I see some residents already kind of illegally creating their own parking stalls, and so my thing was I kind of understood why they did it, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to create something like this, where we can just put it in spotted areas. I know I also left two or three more openings available, so if anybody from council has any other area, but these are also surrounding by places that have apartments as well, and basically I just wanted to put some stalls there and then get feedback from the community after to see what they suggest. If they like it, they don't like it. But oftentimes, I even see it, sometimes people just are taking up 2 or 3 parking spaces at a time. Maybe not intentional. Sometimes you're in a rush. Maybe not paying attention. Maybe it's company. So I don't want to put the whole town full of stalls. I only wanted to pinpoint a couple of hot spots, and the purpose why you may see one side of the street done versus another side may not be done is so residents could see the difference. So they could say, oh yeah, you see how these cars was parked over here? There could have been more room if we just did the stall like the other side of the street. I just hope that I could get people's support on this. I just wanted to do this as a test run just to see. And if not, if it gets voted down, that's fine too. I'll continue to keep thinking outside the box. I'm all right with creating new policies, new laws. We don't always have to follow another town. We could be the innovators rather than the copiers. So this is just one ideal that I'm just coming up with, and whatever, I'm all right with it. So.
Councilman, I just have one comment, and I totally understand the thought around it. And honestly, I don't really have one. I see the value of it. I see some of the potential hang-ups of it, but it is a pilot program. My only feedback, just from a logistical perspective, is my gut feel is it actually feels like, given the resources we have to adequately monitor how it's going, I'd rather, my just 2 cents.
No, that's good.
Do 2 locations versus as many as are listed,
Okay.
but that's just my 2 cents,
We
right?
can- we
You
can-
guys vote however you want
So
to.
always table it and then reintroduce it next week. I'm fine with that as well. I mean, the next meeting.
I think personally we'll be able to, and me, just observer, right? We'll be able to observe it better if it's focused on, call it 2 to 3 locations versus 5 to 6, just because you can more adequately kind of see the nuances of what's going
Well,
on.
one of them I would like it to be the location that already got illegal stalls.
Look, you guys pick the 2 or 3. I just don't want to bite off more than we can chew.
Okay, no, that's fair. I think that's fair. I
Yeah.
think that's fair.
And Councilman, what I wanted to add, and I appreciate the concept, I wanted to find out from you specifically, how were the proposed locations chosen? But you answered it, you'd gone around. Because there were a couple, there was Number 3 and number 5. One was West Webster Avenue, and then another one was on West Roselle Avenue. Those are both in the,
Yeah,
in the
I
fifth
talked to a
ward.
couple of residents in those locations as well.
Because I've spoken to a number of residents in my ward as well, and one of the concerns, I had approached this with Andrew and with the engineers about 2 years ago. We were looking specifically Colfax Manor
Jay, you might just want to go into the mic a little
Yeah.
bit.
and Beechwood we were looking at. And based on their analysis and following AASHTO and Federal Highway Administration and NJDOT requirements for stall dimensions being 22 feet in length by 8 feet wide, implementation at Colfax, for example, would have resulted at a loss of about 6 to 8 spots.
Actually, I got 18 to 20. I don't know. Well, you went by federal?
We went federal.
I went by, I can look
22
it up.
by
but
8.
I didn't go by federal. I went by state, I believe.
22 by 8 is for the standard stall is probably what you were looking at. 9 by 18, I think.
It was
is.
8. It was 18 by 20.
And what I was looking at is 22 by 8, and that's AASHTO, FHWA.
Well, the
And
mayor
DOT.
made a good suggestion. I'm open for us to table it, and then we could talk. I don't really think federal is applicable here personally.
Okay, but I'd like to have a little bit more discussion on it.
Yeah,
So what I
let's-
was going to
so let's-
suggest
let's
was-
table it.
All right, let's table
Let's table it, and then we'll have discussion, and then we'll put it on next meeting.
But just to
And
be
and
clear,
probably with less spots as well.
just to be clear, I think it's a good idea. I think
No,
it's worth a
but
shot.
it's a pilot program. It's a test. It's not, it could fail.
No, but when the constituents reach out, they're going to contact me and
No,
spots in
absolutely.
my ward and say,
So
well,
let's
what did this
table it,
one-
and then we'll put it on for the next one.
All right, cool.
All right.
We'll discuss it. Thank you.
So I have a motion table?
Table to next
So
meeting.
moved.
Right? Is the motion to
Yeah.
table to next meeting?
Yeah, I don't think, you guys could just,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a hard
We'll-
one.
we'll- yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
So to 10-2. And then the motion was, sorry, who moved it?
I did.
Who seconded?
Second.
Okay. The roll?
Yeah, call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
This is the table.
To table.
Right. Yes.
Motion to table. Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorella?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, none in the negative. The motion to table is agreed to. The resolution will be considered on 10-2.
Cool. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 305-25?
So moved.
Second?
Is there any discussion?
Yes. While I'm not opposed to naming a conditional redeveloper at this time, I just want to be very clear and place on the record that my support comes with serious caution. While previous governing bodies approved or got the ball rolling with the Meridia developments, we've experienced issues with prior Capadagli projects, and I don't want mistakes repeated. Specifically at 240 West Westfield Ave, they promised commercial space that still remains vacant after years. Dog Park has yet to be completed, and the parking situation along Hawthorne, Columbus, and Roosevelt has caused disruption for residents. Fire alarm issues, false alarms, these are real quality of life impacts that we must acknowledge. Moving forward, I expect strict oversight and accountability to ensure commitments are fulfilled and impacts minimized. Our residents deserve high-quality development, and that deserves promises and strengthens our community.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to say on that.
Well said. I just want to get, we got MSB here, and I want to make sure that they don't fall asleep throughout the meeting, put them to good use. I do think it's Fran, while we have you here, and is Joe? I like Joe. I think it's important to highlight, and I agree with all the sentiment there, Jay. But Fran,
That's good.
can you maybe talk a little bit about kind of how we approach the first Meridia pilot or the first Meridia project versus the second one and some of the design standards that we implemented as part of the redevelopment agreement? I think that's worth highlighting that as we've done development, we've gotten better and more specific with what we're looking for as a borough.
Yes. So Fran McManaman, McManaman, Scotland and Bauman, we serve as redevelopment council to the borough. So as the mayor said, there are 2 previous projects that the borough has undertaken with Meridia. This would be the 3rd project. There has been consistent improvement and development with the relationship and also the details that have gone into the redevelopment agreement, including design standards, which are included as an attachment to the redevelopment agreement, and they cover things such as windows, doors, the types of materials that are built, that are used for those HVAC units. I mean, really into the weeds as far as the specifics for details. And the planner for the borough will be involved in putting together those standards and we'll be negotiating those with the redeveloper. And we will be the next step, this is the next step in the redevelopment process. As you know, the borough adopted the redevelopment plan, and now this is designating the Meridia team as a conditional redeveloper for this site. The next step is negotiating a redevelopment agreement. That redevelopment agreement will come back before council if there's any input or concerns, or if there are concerns that you guys have at this point that you'd like to share with Andrew, he can share those with us, and we can make sure they're included in the agreement, the initial agreement that even starts the negotiations. But it is a negotiating process that's back and forth, and we definitely are able to include and address input and concerns from council.
Cool. Yeah, I think, and one thing that's a new one that you should be cognizant of, Fran, we adopted an ordinance that, it's a public benefit. Greg, help me out. What's the ordinance?
Community benefits
Community
agreement.
benefit, yeah. So that'll be one thing that just is standard, right, as part of it, but that's new for them. Anything else we could probably talk a little bit offline, but heard and valid concerns.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I will say, I am appreciative of, we have been pushing, and candidly, before the redevelopment, before the affordable housing needs, since people do have development fatigue, and I understand that, right? Just to be clear, I get it, right? You drive down Route 28, it's a who's who of what developer, how big, and, they all kind of look the same at some point. I kind of said, look, if you're going to do more development, what we're asking for is senior housing and 55 plus, right? So I share some of those concerns. I am heartened that finally somebody is willing to step up and meet those needs, although it's not exactly what we had envisioned, right? It will certainly count towards some of that vision in providing some affordable housing for those who are 55 and plus, which I think is a positive. So, cool. Any further discussion?
I'm just going to, all right, I'm just going to all right, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead, Greg. You got something?
No, I'm confused, but
Okay. Do you have a
I'm just
question?
confused at the caution. If it's a caution, are you asking us to say no, or?
Oh, no.
I'm just putting out a stern warning, for the most part. I want the developer to hear me. If the developer's watching right now, I want this to be a better project than the first one and the second one. This is the third opportunity they have in our town. I just want to make sure it's a good one, because we still have a commercial property, the commercial space that's still empty after a few years. So I'm a little leery of developers, to be honest.
Okay.
Anybody. And I have to. Is that a concern?
No, when you tell me there's a concern, I'm concerned.
That's why I'm addressing it with the team, and that's why I'm talking to I said, and I started off with, I'll support it, but I want to make sure that they hear me loud and clear.
There's no further discussion. I'll call the roll.
Mayor,
I'll just concur with Councilman has spoken. We need to have a better dialogue. That's all. Right? We're watching. We want you to be part of our team, but also, you scratch my back, I'll scratch you. We need help.
Terrible thing to say. Public meeting.
Just do right.
Just one scratch.
Just do the right thing, that's all.
Okey dokey. Please call the roll, Andrew.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
No.
Councilman Cigarello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
4 votes in the affirmative, 1 in the negative. The resolution is adopted.
Okay.
306.
Can I have a motion to adopt 306-25?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I can say in open what
Yeah.
you guys are. Thank you so much. You guys can head out. So just so everybody knows, and for the transparency of how the shared service is progressing. When we originally voted on the shared service for the shared service with Kenilworth, there was a kind of open-ended provision as to how we were going to deal with benefits after retirement. Kenilworth was a little bit skeptical of leaving that out in the open. The way forward that they felt comfortable, and I hope council feels comfortable. I think council will realize whether they like the deal or not. It's pretty reasonable. Net, what the amendment here says is that we will help contribute to the retirement of people that work for the Borough of Roselle Park. So I believe if you work for 25 years for the department, is it, Andrew, 25 years?
It's whatever they're, yeah, I think it's 20.
20 years?
I could take a look.
Yeah, 20 years, you're eligible for lifetime benefits. I think
It was
our-
the same, it was the same as ours.
Yeah, it's the same as ours, right? So we're just basically saying we're honoring that as part of this shared deal. So if you work for the Roselle Park Department for 20 years, we're going to pay for your benefits like we would with Roselle, if you were just a paid Roselle Park employee. If you work for the borough for 10 years and you work for the Kenilworth Department for 10 years, we're only going to pay for half of that, right? Just to be clear. But we're going to do a cost sharing depending on what the allocation was for if they were Department Kenilworth or Department Roselle Park, and it's up to Ken for the next 20 years to track that. Congratulations, Ken, you're not going anywhere. Any questions or discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
No.
Councilman Signorella.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
4 votes in the affirmative, 1 in the negative. The resolution is adopted.
No. Oh, and just to note, Kenilworth did hire 5 people last night, and they have the rest trickling down the way. I think they've already actually appointed 2 people that they've transferred over from the Kenilworth Department to the Roselle, or 1, sorry. Yep. Okay, let us start with Jay. We'll work backwards tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor, colleagues, and good evening, Roselle Park. I'm going to start off with business and community events. On Saturday, I was joined by Councilman Signorello and Chamber leadership to celebrate 2 home-based businesses minding the mess and allowing realities through art, owned by 5th and 4th Ward residents. Thanks to the families, friends, and residents who came out. While we've been welcoming many storefronts in town over these last few years, entrepreneurship isn't only about brick and mortar. It's about passion, creativity, and finding innovative ways to serve others. These businesses show that success can literally start at home and still make a big impact in our borough. Yesterday, over 40 business owners from Roselle Park, Kenilworth, Union, and Hillside networked at Penstock Coffee Roasters. While I couldn't attend due to work, I'd like to thank B.A. Casais and Councilman Johnson for representing. Mark your calendars. Saturday, October 18th at 2 p.m. will be the ribbon cutting for Salento Coffee House here across from Borough Hall. I was able to join many of my colleagues at the prayer service later that evening. Faith, hope, compassion, empathy, and unity are qualities we need more now than ever. With growing hostility and division across this nation, we must reflect. Differences in ideology should not tear us apart. I'd like to thank Council President Lyons for coordinating the event. It meant a lot. Community Remembrance. On September 11th, we held our annual remembrance service at Kelly Coffers Memorial Park. For those watching or who may not know, the historic bell that sits there is older than the borough itself, cast in 1899 and delivered when Roselle Park was incorporated in 1901. Our history is all around us, and it's our responsibility to preserve it and to contribute to it. Speaking about the park, bless you. Later this month, new sidewalks will be installed on the east side of the 500 block of Laurel Avenue, connecting Kelly Coffers and Lamonaco Perry Memorial Parks, keeping residents and students safe and out of the street. Residents on Laurel may have noticed utility and other markouts. These are all project related. Note milling, paving, sidewalk and driveway apron replacement, drainage work, striping, and tree plantings will be part of this project. Is that correct, Andrew? Sound accurate?
That is correct.
Thank you. Redevelopment study. On Monday, I attended the Municipal Land Use Board meeting, and I've also been following BOE meeting discussions. Mayor had addressed a number of items here, but I wanted to clarify some concerns regarding the redevelopment plan for 510 Chestnut. First, the building has not been sold. What was approved was a redevelopment study and plan, which simply allows professionals to assess the site and explore possibilities. The Board of Ed still owns the property and ultimately decides whether it's kept, sold, or repurposed. It's about planning, transparency, and options. By moving forward, the Board of Ed positions itself to sell in the future if it chooses. And if they do, that sale would generate significant funds for school upgrades and expansion, while also returning the property to the tax rolls, creating a substantial new revenue stream that this governing body agrees would primarily benefit the school district as a whole. It's important to remember, and like the mayor said earlier, the state requires us to meet affordable housing obligations. Redevelopment is one way to manage this responsibly. but nothing is final, and residents will continue to have opportunities to weigh in before decisions are made. And lastly, it is Hispanic Heritage Month. On September 5th, I joined my colleagues at the Fiesta Hispana y Latina. Turnout was excellent. As of the last census, or the latest census, 36% of Roselle Park families identify as Hispanic or Latino. From opening businesses to serving in public roles, the Hispanic community has been shaping our borough in lasting ways. As we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, let's honor the rich traditions, strong values, and vibrant culture our Hispanic neighbors bring to Roselle Park. I'd like to acknowledge specifically Dowlings, Costas, and Frenchies for employing Hispanics and Latinos who not only work in our community, but many live and raise their families here. So that concludes my report. As always, I can be reached at jrabine@rosellepark.net, 862-236-0019. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Roselle Park.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Lyons?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just to speak about, September's already almost over, and so many things have been happening. We did start off all the events. The Hispanic Festival was awesome. The band was amazing. We actually also had one of our young talents, Tiffany, come out and also sing that night, and that was beautiful to see, and all the just spectacular food and people, and just, it was a great night. I also attended the September 11th memorial, and, again, just coming together and just reflecting and sadly just being together on that night. I wish we didn't have to, but I just thank the mayor and everyone that was there. I attended the library meeting last night. Just please go on their website. They have so many things for the kids. Even tonight, as I was, I went walking and they were playing. There was a band playing in the front. So please check them out. They have so many things for kids and adults. I just want to actually, at this point, just reflect what's been happening in the world. 8 days ago, a man sat under a tent, speaking on, really opening up conversation, speaking on his beliefs, and also just having conversation of what other people believed. And he was shot in front of our eyes. He was murdered and he was assassinated. And we all over have been definitely affected by that. Many people have. And it's been definitely a heavy week. But the whole point of this, even me speaking about it, is just, obviously he was a father, he was a husband, he was a son, but he was also someone that loved people. One of his quotes that he said is, "I want to be remembered for courage for my faith." At the same time we were dealing with the death of that, the heaviness of that, we had to deal with the vile, heinous celebrations and justifications. There is no justification. And I will challenge you. If anybody has to justify that, you have a problem. And I'll pray for you. And for me, I was bursting in my heart because I didn't know what to do in this community. So I did what I always do, is step out and say something. And I just want to thank the mayor, because I did reach out to him and I said, listen, I have to be who I am and this is what I want to do. And he was so kind and he was supportive, and I thank you for that. And I thank the police chief, and we did have a couple police officers come out. But I did also have some opposition online, and that disgusted me. You could scroll by. You don't have to say anything. You challenge people that want to pray. The only things that I know that if you want to challenge people that want to pray are the enemy of your soul. I'll just say that. But on a good note, people did come. People did stand together. People wanted to be comforted. And I just want to read what I wrote today on one of my posts. I said, we didn't take pics, because in every little thing that we do, we want to take a picture. It wasn't about that. It was about God. It was about reaching heaven, really, for his presence. We sat together. We stood together. We held hands. We prayed. We comforted each other, and hope began to rise. People left feeling something. People left connected. A gentleman came up to me that I never met before, that he lives in Roselle Park, and he said to me, he said, I would have never known. I walked past these people on the street here, and I would have never known that we'd be standing here praying together for the nation, for people's hearts. I prayed for even the people that did this, because obviously they were not in their right mind, and we pray for our enemies. But the reason I bring it up is I just really pray for healing in our town, in our community, and we do need to come together in more ways than one. But I'll also say this, be on your guard, because people wear masks, but masks will fall off. You will not play games because you'll be exposed. Sorry to end on that note, but I love you guys. I thank God for each one of you. And this was a multicultural thing that came out last night. It wasn't all one faith. I mean, I did pray in my faith to Jesus, and I'm not ashamed of that, but other people were welcome. And I did get many people reach out to me to possibly do this in the future. So we'll see about that. But I just wanted to address that. I condemn anything that happened and all the violence to all that happened. And rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, and I pray for his family, and I pray that we all heal. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Petrosky.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to John De Silva. I coached basketball against him years ago when he coached his son, so he will definitely be missed. September 5th, I attended the Hispanic Festival. On the 10th, recreation. We're getting ready for the Halloween get-together, so notices will be sent out, but we started preparing for it. On the 11th, I attended the 9/11 memorial. Like I said, two of my former classmates, their brothers were killed over there, and it's hard to believe it's 24 years, but next year will be 25, and it'll still be very hard. But on the 15th, I attended the Historical Society meeting. Today, I attended the joint sewer. They're waiting for bids to come in for the new elevator. The first bid they sent out was higher than they projected, so they sent a new bids out, and hopefully it comes down a little bit. And they also ordered parts for inventory. If you need to contact me, get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. That's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Johnson?
Yeah, Mayor, I got a short report. On September 16th, I attended the Hispanic Heritage Monthly Flag Raising at Union County. I just wanted to thank Chairwoman Leone and the commissioners for that invite. It was a great way to start off Hispanic Heritage Month. The purpose of it is to recognize and honor the histories, cultures, and contribution of Americans who have ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, etc. And I just think it was very important and nicely done. So I needed to say that. Also, trying to promote unity in community. Roselle Park is having a multicultural and heritage music festival. A lot was put into this. We have a lot of sponsors, a lot of people involved behind the scenes. And I just want people to come and enjoy the music, enjoy the celebration. This is for everyone. I think we got bands that cover Irish, we got bands that cover Hispanic, we got bands that cover jazz, we got bands that cover, and the goal is to do that every year. Of course, we have minimal budget, but the goal is to do that every year to promote the diverse community that Roselle Park has become. So please come out, celebrate. This isn't a us versus them celebration. This is everybody. So everyone is invited. Everyone is welcome. We got Afro Dominicano, Verdict, Prod Hanukkah, Chris Bolger, and the Jameson Gang. But I wanted to say thank you, Councilwoman Roselle Lyons. I wasn't even going to touch on this, but I was one of the people that got attacked online. It's just disheartening. I have to share her sentiment. I can't believe we live in a day and age where people don't understand murder is wrong. I don't care who or what the other individual said or done. It's just wrong, period. That's universal. You know, of course we're going to have disagreements. I have disagreements even with my mother. I have disagreements with my wife. I have disagreements with my kids. I have disagreements with council, but I don't want to see anyone die. That type of celebratory attitude is just shocking, and from some of my own constituents. And you know what? You don't got to reelect me. I don't care, because I stand with Roe. I stand with the rest of this council and the rest of the people when I said that is heartless and despicable. We can agree to disagree and not want and wish death upon one another. Martin Luther King, one of my favorite civil rights leaders in the world, he would not even be for that. And they murdered him. So, no, unacceptable. We got to do better as a society. We got to get back to the days where we can agree to disagree and not want to kill one another. So, Mayor, I digress, and I'll leave it at that. You can reach me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net, 908-303-1519, and Councilwoman, well said.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Signorello?
Yes, good evening. I myself and a lot of firemen could not attend the local 9/11 ceremony. Most of us were in Wildwood at the Firemen's Convention. We attended numerous memorial services, and myself, I attended 4 meetings and some training. Unfortunately, every 6 years, this vigil that we do in town comes around when a lot of firemen are doing some training and looking at equipment in Wildwood. So I feel bad I couldn't make it, but I was pretty busy in Wildwood. Anyway, we're doing some things hopefully to, take care of our flooding in Roselle Park. The police department and a group, we put some cones in an area and a safety box where if we need to close down Chester Street in the near future, that the police department should have easy access to get these heavy-duty cones to close off Chester Street, and hopefully it doesn't happen for a long time, but we're trying to do a little better to, help the situation where people aren't coming down the road and making wakes and putting water going to the businesses. Other than that, I did attend a couple of grand openings. I did go to the festival on, it was the 16th, you guys, what was it, the Spanish Festival, I think on 16th, and Saturday, grand opening of some businesses that work from home, and they bring some quality and hopefully help some people in Roselle Park, and hopefully they can use their businesses. And just Roseanne, short and sweet, thank you for hosting the vigil last night. End of my report.
Thank you, Councilman. I have nothing to report other than what unites us is more than what divides us. May I have a motion to, second public portion.
Yep, you don't have any points.
May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
If you'd like to speak, please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Bill Crossett, 412 Galloping Hill Road. First, Andrew, I read the agenda earlier today. You will be missed. You've helped me numerous times, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll still be here, though. I'll still be the clerk.
Okay. And everybody here, I'm going to assume by now, has driven on Galloping Hill Road from Lincoln to Westfield. It is an obstacle course between mini speed bumps and ruts. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's a county road, infrastructure improvements. I get all that. My only question is I don't know who has the oversight. Is it a Roselle Park thing? Is it going to be a Union County thing? And if and when is it going to get fixed? The workers told me that they are going to be coming back and starting at Lincoln and going up the Elizabeth side of the street to do the same thing. I don't know how true that was. Second on that, if you go and walk on some of the sidewalks that they dug up when they brought their concrete and blacktop cutting machine in, they cut into my sidewalk. Did not have to dig it up. They didn't have to come that far in. So now I got cracks in my sidewalk that I just put in 3-4 years ago. Come wintertime, the water's going to get in there. It's going to freeze. It's going to create a bigger issue. Blacktop instead of where concrete is supposed to be. You walk up from Lincoln, almost every one of my neighbors is complaining because they've got a section of concrete that is now blacktop, excuse me, and it's been raised. You've got sections that's supposed to be grass that is blacktop. So if you ever find out who's going to be in charge of that oversight, I'd love to know.
Mayor, he's going to be in charge of that.
No,
I
not
look
yet.
at it is-
Not yet. Right now, it's just mayor stuff.
The way I look at it is, we all pay a fortune in taxes, you guys included. Me calling the county is not going to do any good as one little person. But the town getting in touch with whoever at the county is going to have a whole lot more pull than I do. Councilman Petrosky has been trying for months to get them to come and look at a tree by my driveway. Every week, every other week, a piece of that tree will fall down. I sent him a picture a couple weeks ago of a branch that fell down into my driveway, and there wasn't even any wind or rain that day. And it's been going on for years. DPW has come out when I called them because of a branch hanging down, and they came out and, grabbed it and pulled it down and took it away. So, and the last thing, the mini speed bumps aren't slowing down the speeders. It's just as bad as ever.
Yeah, so on the construction, I'll let the whatever he is now, the BA respond. I will say, well, look, we can test your tree. If it's dead, it'll come down. If it's not,
It's county tree.
oh, it's county tree. All right,
That's the problem.
got it. Call me in a couple months. call me in December.
Bill, I just don't want to take your time. You have 30 seconds left.
I'm good.
But I have, okay.
That's all I
So
got.
I had a meeting this morning with Alpha Construction, who was in charge of the project, along with Atlantic Infrared, who will be the contractor in charge of repaving Galloping Hill Road, Madison Avenue, Henry Street, Henry?
Oh,
Yeah.
Henry.
Eleanor, and
Clay?
Ragland.
Clay's a mess.
Well, Clay, it's only a small part. But anyway, so the restoration of the road and the concrete work will be done before the end of October.
Cool. Appreciate it.
I had that conversation with them this morning. Exact dates to be determined potentially as early as next week. I know that the contractor Atlantic Infrared is going to go back today after our field meeting, and they're going to mark up the plans, see where we are, make sure that everything's accounted for. What I would ask, though, if you have sidewalk that's damaged, send it just to me directly. You can send it to any Councilman Petrosky or whoever else. Send it to me because I'll send it to my contact on this project at American Water and just say,
I'll get you a picture.
this is not what it was before.
Yep.
And I have to say, they've been pretty good with it for the things that I brought to their attention. To give a little bit of insight, because it is troubling for people, a lot of times they'll put blacktop in where sidewalk goes during the settlement period.
Okay.
So what'll end up happening is they'll put, it looks awful, They know it looks awful. I know it looks awful. You know it looks awful. Everybody, it looks absolutely awful, and it doesn't make sense. But what it does is it gives the ground that's just been excavated or impacted the time to drop. Usually it's a 60 to 90 day period of time, which feels like way longer than that, but it's 60 to 90 days. Then they'll come in, make sure the ground is settled where it has to be. They'll backfill it, put the stone, and they'll pour new concrete. And the odds of it breaking at that point are minimal, right, compared to if they just did it right away. So that's one of the reasons. Now, why they put asphalt in grass, it makes it harder for them. I don't know. But they'll come back and they'll restore topsoil and seed, concrete, and the roads before the end of they said before the end of October. And there was actually county engineering was also at the meeting. Utilities tend to move very fast for the county because the county is much more demanding and much more threatening.
So I guess my question came at the right time.
Honestly, it couldn't be better. So,
All right, appreciate it.
but please send me those photos so I can forward them on.
Yeah, it's just 2 sections.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Anybody else?
Tim Coakley, 213 Charlotte Terrace. I thoroughly enjoyed watching how red his face got earlier while all of you were thanking him. I just wanted to do the same. I saw
Matches that fiery red hair.
exactly.
There's no carpet.
But no, I just wanted to thank Andrew. Last couple years in my role as Environmental Commission Chair, he's been really instrumental in keeping things moving, getting things done, whether it's at the community garden, extremely responsive. Just to use an example, recently when we had that large limb come off the tree, take down the pergola at the garden, and a lot of nonsense online about this and that, and the DPW, that thing was gone in very short notice. The tree was gone shortly thereafter when it was, found to be a risk to the fence and to surrounding properties. We are not getting trees planted as quickly as I would like either, but I know Andrew has learned.
Universal principle.
He's very educated now, much more so on right tree, right place, things like that. He's put in the time and the effort to lean in, whether it's community garden, repair cafe, shade trees. I really just want to thank him for his time, his service. We need more folks like him, whether it's working for the town, on council. I know we have a lot of those already, so thank you.
Thank you.
And one other random thing, I've been meaning to call the police department about it, and I'm sure somebody's already probably talked to you guys about it. The crosswalk crossing Chestnut right at Westfield Avenue there, the walk signal's broken.
Oh,
I don't know if you
okay.
guys know that. It seems to be stuck on the number 16 in red, whether it's walk or don't walk. Whenever I stop at the light, I'm looking at it, and I'm really puzzled by it. But again, I don't know if that's a police department thing or a county thing or what, but just seems like a bit of a hazard.
It's not our signal, but I'm sorry, Mayor, but it's not our signal, but we'll bring it to DOT. This is actually the first I heard about it, but they may be aware. I'll talk to the chief.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Okay, I'm seeing no one else. May I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There is one matter for closed session.
Resolution?
How would we do this? I forget.
I just have to read the resolution.
Okay, yep.
Whereas the mayor and council of the Borough of Roselle Park wish to discuss matters which are described by the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, and whereas the general nature of the subjects to be discussed in closed session are a matter of attorney-client privilege involving personnel generally, and whereas the time when and the circumstances under which the items discussed in closed session will be disclosed to the public at a future time, now therefore be it resolved, the mayor and council of the Borough of Roselle Park, County of Union, State of New Jersey, do now adjourn the open portion of the meeting and open a closed portion of the meeting to discuss the aforementioned item. I need a motion.
To go into close?
Yeah, a motion to adopt.
Do we have a motion to adopt?
Second.
And then we wait or we adopt? I forget.
No, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta go.
Okay, call the roll.
No, just
Oh,
all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Why can't I never remember this? Okay, we gotta kick everybody out for close. Thank you.